Gunfire explodes over the static of the radio, making the soldier riding with Juno wince at the chaotic sounds. What? Point Delta, do you read? The hell's going on over there? We're under attack, Hunter 2-1, we are. Nothing's working, bug out. Yeah, alright, we are back to some more of that culture survival action here with our girl Juno. And we apparently have met what a lot of people have been warning me about, which happens to be the Dryads. I believe these plant-like things that are very much unkillable thus far are Dryads. And we have apparently found out they like to kidnap people for whatever devious means they might have in mind. Really good. I'm not sure when they react to you. Like, if they reacted to you very consistently, I'd kind of have an idea what to expect. That, I'm not even sure how it worked out, but it did. I'm not really sure when they react. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So for this area here, we need to use bleach to get in there. I don't think it's going to be worth it, especially now that we know that bleach is required to save some of these individuals. I don't know if there's anything up there, but I'm going to go and look. No, apparently not. Hello, my friend. As I've mentioned, I'm not sure when you guys react. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. I know you're active to me. Ooh, I think that's ammunition for rifle. This guy is gonna nab us right now, so we have to... Is he stuck? Oh, you're relaxed. Dog tags. Okay. I believe those will probably be worth a lot of base points as well. Okay, for the meantime, let's go back to the very first building. And maybe now that we have some information about the bleach being effective against these plants, we could probably get through that big, thick, pulsating mass that we saw earlier. And no, don't get the wrong idea, it was literally just pulsating mass of these plant creatures here. See? It's a thick pulsating wall of flesh and vines. Oh, you want this, do you? Juno retrieves the plant heart and then holds it out against the wall. Several vines shoot out and grab at the heart, then greedily envelop it. The wall suddenly lets out a low gurgling noise as it collapses in on itself. So the heart made it go away. That's intriguing. Oh, there's more of you guys here. Okay. Just careful. We need more hearts. See, we need a heart for that place right there. Which means we gotta find ourselves another individual. We do have one bleach, though, so that's perfect. Here it is. Let's save Dwayne the Rock Johnson here. Oh God, are you here to rescue me, please? Get me out of here. The soldier's being held captive by thick vine-like appendages that are borderline impervious to both bullets and blades. Being organic in nature, however, the bonds will weaken immensely if exposed to some bleach. Free the captive. Thank you. Oh God, thank you. Yeah, get out of here. And we should now have our heart. Yes. Okay. Nice progress now. Let's see about getting around to you. Is this something I gotta mess with? No. Hello. That's fine. You can chase all you want. Huh. Somebody's apparently passed out here. Oh, wait. It seems you came out of that pod, so you might be beyond safe. Survivor? Hey, are you okay? She's dead. Emaciated. Looks like she managed to rip herself out of the pod, but weakened as she was after captivity, she didn't stand a chance. Okay, so that one we didn't have to put out of misery. Do we get another heart? Yes, we do. Good. Let's try this again. Oh, come on. Every time I show up in this thing, you gotta activate on me, dude. Alright, are you gonna... Oh, God. Oh. Another mess. We might have to put down a couple of these dudes. So, do we still have bleach? I think we have one bleach, right? This one seems like it's beyond saving. This Dwayne is over with. Hey! Can you hear me in there? Hello? She's been completely assimilated into the incubation pod. There's no way to rescue this captive. The only thing to do here is to grant this poor girl a coup de grace. Damn it all. Juno raises her pistol to the doomed captive's fully encapsulated head and pulls the trigger. Seems to be a wide open area. Worries me a little bit. Maybe a boss fight? No, what the hell is that? Random schoolgirl? Pigtails and everything? Okay, that's not sketchy, right? Yeah, there's something behind you as well. I don't like where this is going. A terrified-looking girl stands before a pulsating construct that looks half flesh, half plant. Its every pulsating movement shakes the entire building to its core. Please, help me. I can hear it in my head. It never goes away, As the girl stutters to get her words out, a single thin vine snakes out from the gigantic alien thing behind her and begins whirling in the air. Watch out! What? The vine shoots into the back of the girl's neck before she has a chance to react. Her entire body starts spasming, her eyes rolling into whites, and her arms rising up stiffly to point at Juno. Oh, they're possessing them now.
You are trespassing in my domain.
What in the world?
Have you come to be father for my children?
Fuck you, let her go. Whatever the hell you are.
Insolent. But you are also strong. I can sense it. You will make a fine addition to my brood. Become one with the hive. Join us.
The vine is slowly extricated from the girl's neck, but not before another set of stronger vines whips around her waist and unceremoniously tosses the poor girl aside. Juno hears multiple sets of heavy thumping footsteps behind her. Oh jeez. Oh, that's no good. Grimly approaching Juno is a gang of hulking plant creatures that look far more dangerous than the regular ilk. Oh shit. Defeat the elite hivelings, but they don't die, my friend. Okay, look. This is definitely one of those situations where we gotta use the shotgun, right? Oh, okay. Cool. I guess they're basically counted as like one. Alright. Gotta reload. Oh god, that's such a slow reload. Reload. Oh, just in time. That was cutting it too close. Okay. One is down at least. Problem is, reloading this takes forever. I gotta lure you to a corner and then just rush to the other corner and maybe get in time without necessarily getting trapped here in the corner. We got it. Run. Okay, nice. I hope one more is enough to bring you down. Yes, thank you. Alright. Pulsating walls are out of the way. Hello. Well, it seems you're completely defenseless now, huh? With last of the elite hivelings defeated, Juno stands triumphantly over the gigantic beating heart of the hive. It now appears shrunken and weakened, its pulsing movement slower and more sluggish than before. Juno raises one booted foot over it. Eat this. Juno kicks the weakened hive mind to pieces beneath her foot, causing its swollen sacs to burst with putrid sap as she curb stomps it into oblivion. That's crazy. There's a deep, almost human-like moan of pain that reverberates throughout the chamber as the hive mind is sundered to pieces. Did we save the girl along the way? Worried about this, but let's find out. Hey, are you alright? Snap out of it, hey! What? The girl stirs from her stupor. She gazes up, uncertainly at Juno. I'm Juno. I'm here to help. What's your name? I'm Ellie. Oh, really? I happen to know an Ellie from another, survival post-apocalyptic game. Very similar to this, as a matter of fact. Hello, Ellie. My name's Juno. Do you remember how you got here? Where are your parents? I don't know. Looks like there's some trauma. We better not talk about it here. Listen, can you walk? Yes, I think so. Good. Come on. Let's get out of here. We need to get you some medical attention as soon as possible. Okay, all vital seems normal. You're good to go. Thank you. It's actually pretty remarkable. No signs of physical trauma, unlike the other victims. Why is that? I couldn't say. And I would advise against asking her about it too. She's pretty shaken still. Physically, she's fine. Psychologically, she might be under some huge stress. She was apparently kept prisoner for a while. She needs additional medical attention that we cannot provide here. The best option would be to get her back to base and have her thoroughly examined.
You may be right.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel too good about this one, you know? Like, you know, yeah, we gotta save this little girl, but she was there for a very long time, but somehow she's getting out fine, whereas some didn't. I don't know. Juno boards the APC, a few hours on the road, outside. So I wonder how many base points this will get me. Let me go quickly sell off the stuff that we got, and let's see if we could almost get up to that workstation requirement for Natasha. So with the items that I did pick up in terms of food, I got up to 26 points. The dog tags, though, are going to be worth 10 each. Very nice. Oh, dude, that puts us at... Was that 86? At 86, so we're 14 short away. So assuming this mission grants us at least 20 base points, we should have enough to get Natasha's workstation or security station up and running. Ah, Miss Townsend, I have received some sterling reports of your progress on the front lines. Shortly after your return, it seems all the hostiles in the area have simply decayed into nothing. How on earth did you accomplish this feat?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure either, but I have my suspicions.
Juno tries to explain what occurred downtown area and all the things that she'd encountered.
And there were areas of the city that were covered in thick overgrowth, and in one of those areas I encountered, well, a huge alien heart thing. It was intelligent. It was able to speak to me by controlling someone like a parasitic host.
What did the thing say?
Well, it claimed that I was in its territory, trespassing, and it wanted to capture me to, well, to use as a breeding vessel.
Oh, this is valuable information, but deeply dire at the same time. I believe it is time, Miss Townsend. I will issue clearance for you. Please follow me downstairs to level 2 of the basement facility. Dr. Peters must be informed of these developments. The General nods at Juno and then paces smartly to the office. Okay, so I'm sure the game would have probably warned me if this was an issue, but just in case, since we have to now progress with this, you know, Dr. Peters downstairs thing, in case that leads us, you know, progressing the main story, and I need to get these side quests done before that, I went really quickly back and I got 2 painkillers from Natasha? No, who are you? Sophia. And I traded them in for 14 points that we were missing. So now we actually have 100, a little bit over 100 just to make the security station Natasha wanted to complete. So now we apparently have all 3 stations built, so calling our favors.
Juno, thanks to you, the security station is now fully operational. With this, we've made temporary shelter into a real sanctuary for the civilians from Brookside. Hopefully, the peace and stability that we've labored for will be built to last. Oh, and by the way, we got a surplus of military supplies for the security station, and I think I know just the person who could use them.
Yo, rifle ammunition too. Definitely worth it.
Nice. Thanks heaps. Oh no, thank you, Juno. Truly, you're one of a kind.
Alright, so that has now completed all the side things. If I'm correct too, though, before I run off to continue the main quest. Yes, this is what I was told about. Alright, so with all that out of the way now, let's get on over here to the basement. And we have been cleared? Yes. I guess we'll go over to basement 2 because we're in basement 1. Woohoo! Welcome to level 2. Something tells me we probably can't get to number 3 just yet, but hey, maybe over time.
If my analysis is correct, then we are mere moments from a major breakthrough, Nathan.
Indeed, but still, you cannot risk yourself. I've asked Juno here to join us, and perhaps after you explain, she can go in your stead. I like how I'm still walking around with the shotgun just hanging out. Nobody get too close, otherwise I'm about to blow you into smithereens.
Dr. Peters, General Hawk, where is this place?
Ah, speak of the devil. Juno, I am glad that your general has finally let you join us. This place, well, perhaps it is best to see for yourself. Come this way. Yeah, I see the zombies in there, buddy. What about them? Take a look. They're walking in place.
What? But doctor, those are infected.
Indeed they are. Hapless test subjects contained here in order for us to study the infection firsthand. It's too risky. Isn't it dangerous?
It is a necessary evil, unfortunately, as Dr. Peters himself informed me.
Yes, you see, Juno, the research data that you brought to me from Drs. Feinstein and Zara.
Well, it was essentially an in-depth study of how the infection moves through the human body. It was only possible through live experimentation. Essentially, they had been capturing, imprisoning, and taking apart the infected. That was how they managed to retrieve so much valuable data. In order to confirm their hypotheses, I've had to request General Hawk capture some infected victims and imprison them down here. Though risky and admittedly morally black at night, it had to be done. And it was not for naught.
Still, wouldn't the infection spread to everyone here at such close quarters? I mean, doesn't it spread by air or, well, I don't know.
She doesn't know?
I did not think disseminating that information would have been helpful. After all, it does nothing by spread needless panic. What is it?
Juno, everyone is infected. The entire human population. From the first days of the outbreak, it spread like wildfire. Be it these, however, the infection, such as it is kept at a minimal level in most, entirely harmless and effectively dormant. It is only when you come in contact with the infected's bodily fluids that you are at risk, as infection levels in your body spike dangerously.
That's a relief. So why am I down here?
To confirm our hypothesis, and to be briefed on what is to come. I will show you.
So everybody has the infection already in them, huh? Crazy.
The entity you encountered in this downtown area was a dis.
Ooh. It's very similar. Where's the girl, by the way? Is that the girl? Yes, that is, but something's off. It looks weaker. Almost malnourished. Why is it here?
We grew it.
You what?
This thing, for now, we have termed it a hive. It is, in essence, one of the final stages of the infection.
Stages? Of the infection? I don't understand.
Allow me to explain. The source of the infection is, essentially, a fungal parasite, so microscopic that it's almost impossible to detect in most cases. This parasite was discovered deep inside the Amazon, where it possibly lay dormant for untold millennia, before accidental human contact awoke it. As soon as the parasite was carried back into civilization, it spread at breakneck pace and infected the entire world's population within weeks. In this early stage of its life cycle, the parasite practically does nothing to the human body, and there's little cause for alarm. However, if your body begins to ail, let's say from a high fever, or from a severe flesh wound, that is when things become complicated. The parasite takes advantage of the host's weakened state and starts seizing control of the body. At this stage, the infection can still be purged back down to manageable levels, provided the victim is found and treated quickly enough. However, should the infection go unchecked, the parasite is soon as able to seize control of much of the host's brain functions. An infected person in this stage is termed a runner. They exhibit symptoms similar to rabies, and will attack non-infected people on sight. By doing so, they inflict heavy injuries on others, and this allows the parasite laying dormant in their attack victims to spring to life and take control. This is how the initial outbreak has spun out of control so quickly. Now, the parasite, in order to protect his host, starts covering the body in a layer of protective fungal growth that manifests from the pores. The fungal growth is heavy, but at this stage, it is minimal, and so the victim is still able to move quickly, usually at mindless run. As the infection progresses, the victim's entire body starts getting coated in the growth, slowing them down to a permanent walking pace. That's actually cool. You know what? What I like about this game is the story, because it's actually really well written. Everything has a point, everything has a reason, everything's well explained. And this right here is even more proof of that. Now I know why some of them were running, while some of them weren't. Early on, we were seeing this, which was just a mindless, slow-leap thing at you. And then we started seeing the runners, but I actually never even put it together that the runners were more human-like in nature. Until this kind of, explained it to me. Love it. Hence we addressed them the term walkers. The growth weighs walkers down, making them slow and sluggish. But it also adds a formidable layer of bodily protection that can negate even bullets. And that's why these guys taking more shots than the runners who were just going down with only one shot. Okay. Perfect. It all wraps up nicely. Additionally, the growth exhibits the ability of photosynthesis, allowing the infected to sustain themselves without food consumption. In the event of the walker being trapped somewhere where there is no sunlight, it mutates into a peculiar specimen termed the crawler. Unable to photosynthesize, the parasite is forced to cripple their own host by draining the body of all nutrition. This makes them collapse on all fours and also accelerates the fungal growth, leave them completely coated in it and almost invulnerable to bullets. Regardless of whether a victim becomes a walker or a crawler, however, the end result is the same. Eventually, the host's body crumbles and decays under the weight of the fungal growths. At this point, the parasite begins to branch out, exuding spores that manifest in strange growths. These growths are basically pieces of the infected corpse that had been fallen by the wayside and sprouted into static, alien protrusions. The infected appear to congregate in the same type of environment where they sense that they are about to perish. As more and more corpses pile up, the volume of parasitic material grows increasingly concentrated. It eventually manifests itself as a hive. Prior to your foray into the downtown area, we knew little of this stage. We tried simulating the same conditions for a hive to grow in this lab by piling the infected corpses together in a damp environment. As you can see, however, the hive that emerged was weak, subpar. Though we knew that the infection culminated in, we did not know enough about it. All that changed with your foray into the downtown area. We suspected that there was a hive there, but could not confirm it. But now we are certain that it all makes sense. You see, the hive is capable of spawning the alien creatures you fought in the downtown area. We have termed them hivelings. It appears to be able to create the hivelings via an excess of organic material, which tends to bountiful where a hive would manifest. The hive we tried to grow here failed miserably, since it did not have enough organic material to grow to maturity, much less spawn any hivelings. The hive in the downtown area is another story. It was capable of spawning multiple hivelings and sending them to attack and capture its enemies. No matter how many hivelings the soldiers gunned down, more would always seem to return. The numbers would not diminish. I have since realized that these hivelings are capable of infinitely replacing themselves straight from the earth. After all, they are merely walking bodies of mindless organic matter, given purpose by the hive controlling them from afar. The hive can only do so much by itself, however, but it wishes to expand aggressively, so it sends its hivelings to capture and imprison women. Some foul contraption is used to incubate these women, turning them into lesser versions of the hive itself, geared towards spawning hivelings. As more and more women are captured, the hive grows stronger and stronger, and its hivelings minions become even more numerous. By the time our forces reached the downtown area, that hive had all but assimilated the local population with an army at its disposal. It is no small feat that you managed to fight through all of its defenses and bring it down. The reason I am telling you all this, Juno, is because you were not only critical in allowing us to understand the nature of the hive, but also because you are just essential to the next step of our plan. What is the next step? You see, I've had a chance to analyze samples that the soldiers brought back for me. By dissecting these final missing elements, we can make a cure. You can cure the infection? Yes, I'm sure of it, if I had my hands on the final stages of the infection, but the hive is not the final stage, like we initially thought. Its construction, the way the network of plants, fibers, and organic tissues connect, there can be no mistaking what it is. The hive is but an egg. An egg? Yes, despite all its abilities, the hive is but a penultimate stage of something even more dangerous. The reason it was spawning hivelings capturing women, I suspect it was because it needed to gather huge amounts of energy. You see, the hivelings, when not actively attacking others, simply stand dormant and act as energy relays, photosynthesizing on behalf of the hive. I believe the hive needed to gather all the energy in order to incubate whatever was within it and accelerate the hatching process. When you killed the hive in the downtown area, you also destroyed whatever was incubating within, sparing us from whatever was going to emerge, but also denying us the final piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, sorry, I guess, right?
It is not your fault, by God, Juno. Not your fault at all. You have done more than anyone could possibly hope for. Furthermore, all is not lost, not yet. I have finally received word from Drs. Feinstein and Zera, you see. It was an urgent cryptic message sent over a remote network.
Indeed, our forces traced the source of the message and found it originated from the National University, located not far from the downtown area. We believe Dr. Feinstein and Zera must have set up shop there, close to Ground Zero at the outbreak, to study the infections like we have.
Furthermore, the university is equipped with state-of-the-art facilities that would have been kept secure and stable despite the outbreak. I believe they may have found another hive, one that reached maturity, and managed to study it and extracted the key samples required to make a cure. The messages sent me urgently requested that I join them there to help with their breakthrough.
And I refuse to let him go.
The General refuses to let me travel out of safety concerns.
Justified safety concerns. We cannot lose Dr. Peters. He is the linchpin in every effort we make here to find a cure against the infection. And who knows what dangers he will be walking into.
I have to agree with the General. You're too important to risk, Dr. Peters. Still, I must do something for my colleagues. We are all in this together, and they can still well hold the key.
Which is why, Miss Townsend, I need to make another request. Please travel to the National University, find out what Drs. Feinstein and Zero know, and if possible, extract them from their location.
You didn't need to even ask. Of course I'll help. Thank you, Juno. I can't believe we're about to find a cure.
Indeed. Now, I have already sent a company ahead of you to clear the way to the National University. Meet with your escorts outside and they'll bring you over. Godspeed, Miss Townsend. Hoo boy. The Hive. Alright. Well, that was a lot to digest, but once again, very, very good story development as well. Everything explained. It's not just like, there's zombies out there, so be it. It actually is explained, so that's what I really like about this. We're kind of already a little bit over time, but... Oh, there's a girl. At the very least, I want to go see this new area, so let's go check that out quickly.
How's everything, Ellie? You thirsty, hungry at all? No, I'm okay. Okay, that's good to hear. And is your bed comfortable? It's fine, I guess. Do you feel like talking about what happened? We don't have to if you don't want to, Ellie. Okay, sorry. These girls you rescued from downtown are in generally bad shape. It'll take a significant amount of time to rehabilitate them. From the horrors you described, well, I can't imagine what it must have been like for you, going alone and rescuing them. You're a real hero.
Damn right. We should be near the destination now, Ringer. I'll radio in and let them know we're coming. Point Delta coming. This is Hunger 2-1. Be advised that we are inbound to your position now, over. Gunfire explodes over the static of the radio, making the soldier riding with Juno wince at the chaotic sounds. Hunter 2-1, be advised, Point Delta is not clear. I repeat, not clear. What? Point Delta, do you read? The hell's going on over there? We're under attack, Hunter 2-1, we are. Shit, it's coming. Open fire, open fire. Nothing's working. Bug out. Point Delta, do you read me, over? Driver, give me a sit rep. I see Point Delta coming up. There's smoke in the distance. Oh, fuck God. The APC scratches to a thudding halt, throwing everyone inside around like ragdolls.
Shit, what's going on?
Guys, I think you need to get out here and see this. Alright, clear the APC, check your quarters, go. Juno scrambles out of the APC with her escorts and is met with a scene of utter devastation. Holy shit.
What happened here?
We'll hold this position, Ringer. Say the word and we'll bug out of here as soon as possible.
Got it. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Godspeed.